Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it just like the sunrise. We gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it just like the sunrise. We gonna let it rain.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, where everyone's watching from. But welcome to our live coverage of the disappearance. Oh, forgot to turn the music off. Sorry about that. Welcome to our live coverage of the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old woman that has gone missing. Everybody has talked about it under the sun. She has a daughter that is the co-anchor of the Today Show, Savannah Guthrie. And we're going to bring you the latest verified developments in that case. So welcome in, everybody. It's good to see ya. It's good to see you. Hey, Maga Mama. Hey, Otto. Hey, Ashley Higgins. Look at that. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, Canvas. Hey, Luxshine. Sorry. I thought I said Luxshire. I don't know why I thought that. Hey, Jen. I blame it on being blind. Oh my goodness. Speaking of being blind, I'll tell you a funny story. Hey, Laura. Hey, Tempest. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Ember. Hey, Tony. Hey, PKC. It's good to see everyone in here. Hey, Lee. It's been a while. I was just thinking about you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I was just thinking of you. I was thinking of you, and I was thinking of Sergeant. I can't think of his name now. It was just a big, long name. But it starts with Sergeant. I was thinking of him too. Hey, Boone. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. Hey, Tammy Woodruff. Hey, Daniel Day. Well, bring them on in. Come on in. I'll put the comments up on the screen if you guys want to look at them. Maybe we could make them like medium size and like, oh, maybe tall. Maybe tall. That'll be good. Okay. So welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. Before we get started, I just want to thank you guys all for being here. You guys can be literally anywhere else, but you're here with me. So I appreciate that. I don't take it for granted. If you are interested in anything that's in like my background, I am going to try to link some of this stuff up for you guys because you might like it. I don't know. But I can like link like my candles and the candlesticks and all this stuff is like over there, the table, all that stuff. But as for now, I do have my skincare linked in there and I have my cups linked. So this will be the cup for the day. I'll just show it to you at the beginning of the live and then we'll get into the coverage. But I do want to tell you about that. Also, one more thing before we get started. If you you like small boutiques and you like to support small, businesses, I do own my own boutique and it's on my main page. You can just go over there right to the main page and you can see it. So, well, thank you. Thank you, Lookshine. Thanks for all you do. She said, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate that very much. My hair's doing something funky today, though. I'll tell you that. Oh, well, it's giving hair. It's giving a lot of hair. Okay. So we're going to put who we're going to talk about on here, Nancy. So let's go ahead and go get started. It's good to see everybody. Nancy Guthrie, I'm just going to give you like what we kind of know so far, and then we'll get into the latest developments. And on another live I think we're going to do, we might even do it today. I want to go through all of the actual investigation side, and I have a really good like timeline that we could base it off of, and it's really detailed. So we may go over that on this live. We may go over that on the next live. So, but if you guys don't mind, we take a second before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. Okay, thank you. But Nancy Guthrie was last seen in her home in the Catalina foothills of Tucson, Arizona on January 31st. She was reported missing on February 1st after she failed to show up for a planned, church service. So her friend called her family and said, hey, we haven't seen Nancy. And they went to her house. And then they ended up calling the police. So key points the investigators have confirmed the blood droplets at the front porch have positively been identified as Nancy's. They came back with that since the last time we did a live, so a day ago. Her home surveillance camera was disabled shortly before she vanished. Her pacemaker disconnected from her Apple Watch and her monitoring system in the early morning hours of February 1st, prompting serious concerns that there was like some sort of foul play. So authorities continue to treat this as a criminal investigation. They have the FBI in. And today I saw, I need to pull that up on their X page. Oh, it was good. The Pima County, whatever it's called, Pima County, what? X dot, where did I just go? Am I on the deep web? I don't know what that was. Okay. I'll make sure that I show this to you by the end of the live. Okay. So, law enforcement says that they're now aware of a new message that's come out related to the investigation. I don't know how many notes there are now, but there was 3. They discounted 1 because they arrested Derek, and then now they have another one. So they're back up to 3. This is kind of like when I had the white ducks that used to live at this place. We had the 4 ducks, and we had 3 ducks, and we had 4 ducks again. I mean, it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird. But they did say on their X page today that the sheriff will not be doing any more interviews. And I was like, oh, the FBI has definitely stepped in. So yeah, they were like, you're not doing no more interviews, nanos, you're done. So they are aware of the new message. The message has been forwarded to the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department because it was sent to, I heard, like a local news station. I think it was the same news station that got one of the other letters. But today, authorities made a significant move on the ground. A vehicle belonged to Ms. Guthrie. A blue Subaru SUV was towed from her property, and agents also removed a wired device from the roof of her home for forensic review. Maybe they didn't get all the cameras, and maybe that will have something on it that they can download. Also, the blue SUV, a lot of people, I heard a few people, they didn't know where it came from, if it was parked in the driveway or what. It was actually parked in the garage. I can't remember the picture. It was like an aerial view we saw on one of the lives. And I remember specifically seeing a white car in the driveway parked like up by where the end of the drive would be. And then there was a blue Subaru inside of the garage. So I would say that that's her vehicle. I would say, right? What did I miss, Colleen? What did Colleen do? Uh-oh. That's so awesome. Colleen, that's amazing. Good for you. That's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. That's huge. I quit smoking 10 years ago when I met Vincent, pretty much. I guess he had a good impact on me, huh? Oh, here, I'll make myself bigger so you can see me better. But officials have not disclosed exactly how this evidence ties to the disappearance, but it's being processed as part of the active investigation. Now, federal involvement, and there's political comments coming out. President Trump, he likes to be in the middle of the action when it comes to big cases. I don't know. I think he might be into true crime. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, because he comes out here with some true crime when the true crime cases are big. But President Donald Trump said that additional answers and developments could be coming reasonably soon. Now, I don't know how he knows that. Maybe he indicated that federal investigators may be close to new breakthroughs. Now, how does he know that? Did he get on his plane and go to Quantico or wherever, I don't know, and get like a briefing on this case? He could have. I would. If I was the president, I damn would. I would use my presidency for true crime advocacy. But apparently he wants to help, and it doesn't get any bigger than Trump, right? Like, he's a pretty big name. So like, if he tweets or he, goes on the news and says something about it, there's a lot more people are going to hear it because he's the president, and a lot of people watch what he says, right? Even the people that hate him, they watch because they want to see what he has to say. So we'll see. But at the same time, the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward for any leads for her safe return or the arrest for those responsible. Now, I forgot about that, actually. Man, we have so much stuff to talk about. Hold on. We might have to do this in another life, because I want to go over cognitive awareness and stuff. So it just popped in my head. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. But yeah, that just popped in my head because did you guys know that your cognitive part of your brain, it starts to age and get worse at age 45. 45. Everybody eat your greens. I don't know. Read a book. Play memory cards. I ain't down for that. But what was I going to say? The Guthrie family, they came forward and they've, said that they wanted to talk to whoever this is. And that's what I don't get, because the new letter has no way to communicate with the ransom person. They didn't leave a phone number, an email address, a carrier pigeon, nothing. That's why I don't believe these letters. These letters are just weird to me. Like, a ransom letter, and we're going to go over ransom letters, a whole thing. I have a whole thing alive based off of just ransom letters alone. But ransom letters and kidnappings count for 1%. So it's extremely rare. When I typed it in, the only other case that kept popping up, John Benet Ramsey. And I was like, that's the only other case that I know of where there was an actual ransom note. But if you have a ransom and the time frame was 5 o'clock, right? 5 o'clock the other day, that was it. That was the first, you better have something by this time frame. Well, they didn't get shit, right? They didn't get anything by that time frame. Nothing. Well, so now they're going to Monday. But normally, if you are a person that's ransom, that you would send some proof of life, right? You would send something. Or if they missed the first deadline, you might send like I don't know, this is like cartel kind of shit, but you might send like a finger or something. I'm not saying I don't want that to happen, but like you would send, or like a piece of clothing, or just something like, but something like to scare them more and being like, I'm for real, right? I don't know. I've only seen it in movies, so that's what I'm basing my theories off of, because we don't have this in real life other than John Benet Ramsey. And they wanted exactly how much her dad had made for his Christmas bonus. Was 159,000? I forget. I think 159,000. But they didn't get it either. And they killed her. So it was like they didn't even really need the ransom because they had already killed her. Right? Like, so that's why I just don't like, you know, the only thing that came out of that was her, the brother, Savannah's brother, I can't think of his name. I'm so sorry. He did come out and say, you know, he came out and did a video, but it's like the people that are doing these ransoms, they don't even care about, it seems like, the people they're trying to send them to. They didn't send them to Savannah's work. They didn't send them to the police, or, you know what I mean? Like, to where it's going to grab attention. They sent them to the news, where the news could have just been like, this is junk, and got rid of it, or they could have ran with it. And TMZ, they ran with it. Hey, Aries. I don't know. Part of me, because I started reading into like, you know, dementia and cognitive, like, you know, issues and stuff. And they said she's sharp as a tack, right? And she can't walk far. But what if she did? What if she did? But because I don't know how far they searched when they went back there and did the grid search, because we couldn't really see. Yeah, there's no proof of life. To me, it's almost like if these ransom, or one of these ransom notes are true, it's almost like this was a robbery, almost maybe like gone bad. And then they didn't know what to do. So they sent a ransom thinking they'll be looking over here and we can do something with her over here. I don't know. Yeah, he's F-16 pilot. Yeah. Yep, Ari, yeah. We watched a video, his last flight. Happy birthday. Oh man, I want some steak now. Vincent just wrote me. He was like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding? I've been waiting all day." Really? Actually, I haven't seen True Blood. Hey, Crystal, welcome in. Oh, and let me actually put this banner up for her in case anybody has any information. You never know. We get people in here all the time from all over the place. And happy birthday. Happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your day with your son, you said. That's going to be a good day. So Nancy has not been located, of course. There are no suspects or person of interest that's been publicly named. Although, you know, someone thinks that way. Oh, speaking of which, there was a lady that's really respectful in the news, and she did a video short over how she was disappointed in Ashley. So is the messages authentic? Authorities are still vetting them. They're vetting the new messages, the ransom demands, all the things. But I thought, okay, so this is another thing. The guy that got arrested, Derek, I thought he was the one that wrote the note about the Bitcoin, the millions in Bitcoin, and the Apple Watch and the floodlight. I thought it was him that wrote that, right? I thought that was what he got busted with, was that letter, because that's what the FBI was talking about. Well, they're saying that the letter that came in that's new is connected to that letter. But that letter I thought was tied to Derek. So now I'm like, what? Yeah, I said 40 feet, Lee. So yeah, I was pretty right when I said 40 feet. This was the other day. Your mom's birthday today and she's 89, Laura. Oh my gosh, give her a hug for me and tell her happy birthday. 89. Oh my gosh. Tell her happy freaking birthday. Happy birthday. That's so awesome. I hope I live to be that long or that old. 89. I'll have some stories for you. Well, happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday today. How about that? Yeah, he texted the sister and the brother-in-law. Yeah. Which I guess it might be easier to get their phone number than Savannah, right? Or I guess maybe her brother. That's kind of weird to me too. But then again, they do take care of her. So that kind of makes sense to like try to reach out to them. Oh, it's going to be so fun. Yeah, Laura, give her a hug and tell her happy birthday, man. My mom would have been 72. So I got a picture of the guy. Oh my God. Okay, so before we get serious, like we were serious, but we're gonna do a palate cleanser here. Let me blow him up a little bit. Because I mean, I'm sure somebody out there would love to date this loser. This is the guy, Derek Kalela, that got arrested because he's a dumbass and he sent a ransom note in a missing persons case of an 84-year-old woman. That's him. A little new picture for you. I don't know if you've seen this one, but I don't know where he's looking. He's looking up there. He's like looking up, but yeah, that's him. Handsome. Well, yesterday, February 6th, the man accused of sending a fake ransom demand, he appeared in court, and it was in a Southern California courtroom. I don't know if they're going to bring him over here or if I don't know how that really works because it's federal. They could probably just charge him and do it there. But he's 42 years old. He's from Hawthorne, California. He appeared in the U.S. District Court in Santa Ana. Oh my goodness, that just sounds scary. District U.S. I hate. When we were reading the federal charges, like just the United States of America verse your name. That's serious. It says that he was ordered to be released on a $20,000 bond, which should have put more than that. That's him, I guess, there. Kakala faces a count of intent to transmit a demand for ransom and one count of utilizing a telecommunications device to anonymously abuse, threaten, or harass a person. And he already has charges on him. Fraud, theft. I mean, he stole almost $10,000. So he was arrested earlier this week after the Fed said he posed as the suspected abductor to loved ones of the missing 84-year-old demanding money in the disappearance case. Court paperwork showed that on Wednesday, Annie Guthrie, Savannah's sister, and Tommaso, I don't know how to say his last name, so I won't say it, Nancy's son-in-law, each got a text from a VoIP. It's an internet phone line, which read, "Did you get the Bitcoin? See? We're waiting on our end for the transaction." See, the Bitcoin. What? Okay, I'm confused now. Because I heard, and I'm not sure exactly where I heard it. So it was right before this live. So I might even have the video up or the thing. But it said there was another letter, and they said that in that letter that it was connected to the Bitcoin and the Apple Watch and the floodlight. But isn't he the one that did that one? Hey, Ladybug. Ladybug's in here? I don't see Ladybug. If she is, hello. I don't see her. She blocked me. I'm just kidding. Oh, you said I hope she's okay. She probably sleeping or don't know we're live. I thought you said something like something about her. So I was like, oh, she's here. So I don't know. I'm confused about that. And who says millions in Bitcoin? Like they didn't even put a number on it. Dude, how many millions do you want? Like and millions in Bitcoin? Like, I don't know. Law enforcement traced the phone line and found it registered to Kakala's Gmail account and determined the call was made from his Los Angeles area home. They traced it right back to him because he put it on a Gmail account on his phone line. That's a dumb criminal. They're always dumb. As soon as Friday afternoon, a second ransom note has surfaced that appears to be from the same sender or senders. The new message is being investigated by the feds. I don't think that he has any friends that are going to help him. And I think that if he was working and doing this Kakala guy, he would be spilling the tea on his friends. Yeah, he wouldn't go down alone. His next court date is for February 12th at the U.S. District Court in Tucson. Also, they are moving him over. Yeah, I know there was a new letter sent, but they said the new letter was traced, or the new letter is like with the Bitcoin letter, like together. It says right here, as of Friday afternoon, a second ransom note has surfaced that appears to be from the same sender or senders. I think of this other note. Because that's what they were talking about at the press conference. They were talking about like the Bitcoins and the floodlight and the Apple Watch. I don't think they would have been talking about that one if they were talking about a different ransom note. Do you know what I mean? Like they didn't tell us anything about the other ransom notes. They didn't give us any clues. Oh. But they both want Bitcoin. Do you guys, I mean, do they know that Bitcoin is traceable? It's just like if you have a bank account, guys. I mean, I hope they don't hear me because I like dumb criminals. I hope we get some like Google messages out of this. I hope we do. I think we will. Like some stupid like Google message like how to abduct an 84-year-old woman. Like we've seen it. It is so confusing. I need a damn whiteboard. I have actually whiteboards in here. I have like 3 or 4 of them. Like they're pretty big, but I was going to just get rid of them. So Maga Mama, I know a lot about Bitcoin because Vincent is Bitcoin. If Vincent could have a second name, I swear to you, I'm not kidding you, it would be Bitcoin. He's like a little Bitcoin master. So I asked him because I was like, Bitcoin is not traceable, right? I was like, that's why people use it. And he's like, no, it is traceable. Just like if you have a bank account. Because you have the sender, like the person that sends it and the person that receives it, they're known. It's not all secretive. So I need to have him come on with me and talk about it. Like he could sit over there and no one would even see him. And we could just turn he doesn't have to have a camera on. I'm going to ask him. I'm going to say, come on, Boo Bear. That's what I call him. Oh, we're listening to this video here. It just came out a couple hours ago, and it's just going to talk about, the new updates in Nancy Guthrie's case. So hopefully they'll give us a little bit more insight on what's going on and what's happening. I mean, look at her, 84 years old. She looks great. And then, I also measured, I've been doing some weird measurements. So I love me Google Earth. So I measured from where the car would be to where like a quarter of the way into her home would be, because somebody, whether that was the son-in-law or the son-in-law and the daughter took her home, I'm not sure, but they say that was the son-in-law. Most likely he would have had to have helped her get out of the car. And if he was any good son-in-law, he would have helped her into the home. If she's walking with a walker, I would have just stand beside her and just, conversated and been like, have a great evening. Like, I wouldn't have just you can't just let her she can't get her own walker out of the car. That's too hard. You can't do that. I mean, you could, if you could hop around to the other side or walk to the, back seat, wherever you have to put the walker, because the walker has to go in the back seat. It's not fitting up front with you. So then you have to undo the walker. I don't know. It just seems like the son-in-law would do that, right? I know Vincent would do that if that was my mother. Without even thinking about it, right? He would just do it. I think that her son-in-law, hopefully, he would do the same. Okay.
Tonight, during the agonizing wait for answers, now 6 days into the search for Nancy Guthrie, the FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department say they are aware of a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie and are actively inspecting it for its authenticity. Authorities have not said what the message contains, but NBC News has reviewed a copy of what authorities describe as a possible ransom note sent to 3 news organizations earlier this week. The contents of that first letter are consistent with the descriptions provided by the FBI, including the 2 deadlines, last night at 5 and this coming Monday.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you.
Moments after the first deadline passed from that original ransom note, Savannah posted this video of her brother pleading for whoever may have taken their 84-year-old mother to send proof of life.
We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
It's unclear if the new message tonight is connected. Experts say waiting is now all the family can do.
Actors are the ones in control right now. They are controlling everything from information to the health and well-being of Savannah's mother. And they're also gating the ability to be in contact with them or not.
This as investigators on the ground continue their search. The sheriff tells us they've now spoken to everyone who regularly worked at Nancy's home.
I think there was.
Okay, so you talked to all the people that regularly worked at Nancy's home, but did you talk to their kids, like their older kids? Did you talk to their people that are close to them? You know, because you never know. You never know.
A landscape crew, a pool maintenance crew, maybe a housekeeper. They've all been very cooperative. They provided certain information that was helpful to us.
Detectives are also still searching the neighborhoods for any video evidence.
We also go outside to our businesses and say, could you do us a favor? And every camera you have facing out to the roadways, get us that. And we've gotten some great response from different large businesses.
This is one of the biggest intersections close to Nancy Guthrie's home. Beyond just the businesses, they're also looking at the cameras on these street lights. In fact, the sheriff tells us they have the footage from here, along with every intersection with cameras across the city. Part of the challenge finding footage from those overnight hours is that the residential area is also extremely dark with few street lights. This is what it looks like driving at night. The disappearance of Savannah's mom igniting an outpouring of love from her fans to her dearest friends. Today, Hoda joining the Today Show.
I think there's this helpless feeling. I mean, we're all so close with her and we all want to help her. And I'm looking at us and I was thinking who was first in the hospital room when Hope was sick? Savannah.
Right.
Who hopped on a plane when your parents?
Oh my gosh.
Savannah.
First person.
Who was sitting by Uche? How about when your brother passed? I mean, she was there. And I was thinking this morning, I was like, what, they say love is patient. Love is kind. We'll be patient and put prayers up and,
Can you imagine being their co-anchors? They're all extremely close, I'm sure. Hoda just said, look at all the things she did. She didn't even have to think about it. She was like, look what Savannah's done. Can you imagine? They have to go on the air every day and pretend like everything's fine. They can talk about it. I'm sure they talk about it as the first story of the day, right? And it's all throughout the day. But when it's Hoda's segment is more I don't know if she's still doing the stuff with the other girl, but positive and it's funny and it's upbeat. And it would just be hard to do that.
That's all we can do.
Feeling of helplessness.
Yeah.
And we're not helpless because it's prayer.
Yeah.
It's hope.
We got that.
Mm-hmm. Prayer and hope.
Uh-huh.
Prayer and hope.
Prayers and hope. Exactly what the family is asking for.
And Liz joins us now live. Liz, we are learning about a possible vehicle of interest in this case.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. We should stress that we do not know if ultimately this is going to be connected to Nancy Guthrie, but NBC News has learned that law enforcement received a tip about a possible vehicle or vehicles of interest at a local Circle K gas station. A spokesperson for Circle K says that officials did show up at their store and reviewed their surveillance footage, and they are now cooperating with the investigation. Tom.
We hope and pray that's a potential lead there. All right, Liz, we thank you for that. I want to bring in Tom Winter. And Tom, you've been talking to law enforcement sources all day. What can you tell us about this new message we know about?
Sure, Tom. So 3 officials briefed on this letter tell NBC News that it came into a local station, KOLD-TV, earlier today, and they notified law enforcement immediately. Officials say confirming the authenticity and origin of the email will take some time, though. That's because this email and the one sent earlier this week were both sent in ways that make them very difficult to trace. So not only are investigators trying to confirm if they are both authentic, but they're working to determine if they were sent from the same account, as well as if they actually came from whoever took Nancy Guthrie over 6 days ago. All of this takes time, and it's already been an incredibly agonizing wait for the Guthrie family.
We're on day 6, 7. Just imagine that, being held hostage if she's still alive, and damn it, she better be, because I feel like she's America's mom right now. Or if you're younger, maybe she's America's grandmother, but she's America's something to you, you know? And she's 6 days. Like, okay, I'm not good at math, so I'm like, at least I can admit it. That's 144 hours. That's crazy. So I did see this whenever I was looking up stuff for today. It says footage in Nancy Guthrie investigation turned over by Tucson Circle K as Fed's eye vehicle of interest. Now, I have no idea why. Okay, this is the only thing I could think of, but I have one idea why they would take her car, because nothing's ever come up about her car, right? It's just sitting in the garage. Maybe they took her vehicle because it was seen on camera at the Circle K. Maybe one of these people that they're looking at approached her vehicle and touched it or something in some way. I don't know. And they're trying to get something off of it. I don't know why they would take her vehicle. I have no idea, though. If you guys have any idea, let me know. JLR's there now. Oh, my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. He's a menace, too, when he goes to places. Law enforcement officials in Arizona searching for Nancy Guthrie now have surveillance footage from a Circle K store that might have captured a vehicle of interest in the mystifying case, according to a report. The car was supposedly at or near the convenience store in Tucson, according to NBC News. Law enforcement visited their Oracle Road location Friday after receiving a tip regarding a vehicle of interest. Okay. This is the Circle K. Look at the background. The mountains. Beautiful. Our team has provided them access to the store surveillance video. Everything goes down at the Circle K. Have you noticed that? Just think about it. If you have a Circle K where you live, think about all the times that thing's been robbed compared to other gas stations. I bet you a bunch. I don't know what it is about a Circle K, but people be liking to rob them. Our Circle K used to get robbed like twice a week. They always got the tea or something, though. So Circle K employee confirmed to the Post that investigators showed up on Friday at the gas station, which is just a half a mile away from the home of Nancy's daughter, Ann, and her husband, Tommaso. How do you say his last name? It's Italian. I should know. Sione. Sione was the last person to see Nancy Guthrie dropping her off at home after dinner at their house, or her house, on Saturday, January 31st at 9:48 p.m., hours before her pacemaker app disconnected from her phone at 2:28 a.m. Now, it took her 2 minutes to get into the home, and that's plenty of time. I did some calculations. I'm gonna do some better ones, but yeah, let me read the rest of this and I'll tell you, because she didn't have to walk very far to get inside. The Circle K location is roughly 7 miles, a 15-minute drive from Nancy's. Officials have not elaborated on any definitive connection the vehicle has to any part of the crime. Okay, so I'm confused. Because whoever took Nancy, they took her from her house. They didn't take her from Ann's house. Officials have not elaborated on any definitive connection. the vehicle has to any part of the crime. Neighbors of Guthrie reported seeing a suspicious white van parked on their street in the days leading up to her disappearance. Now, that's something to look at. I mean, a van can hold one, a few people if it's more than one or more than two. I'm assuming it's more than one, but it could just be one. Just the only thing I think of when I think it has to be two is you have to sleep and you'd have to be able to have someone to watch her. I mean, unless you tied her up or handcuffed her to something. I mean, and she's just weak and can't, I don't know. It's so sad. It was somewhere on that street. It was a white van, full size, with no printing on the sides. It was parked on that street. Neighbor Brett McIntyre, I think that's what it's told the Post. He could not recall the exact day that he saw the mysterious white van. And then they towed the SUV belonging to Guthrie on Friday. Now, I wonder, I'm just so curious as why they towed it. Or they found blood in the garage, but you would think they would have already found that. And it was like on the car, but then you would think they would just process the car right then, like right there. They want to get inside the car if they're taking it with them, I would think, right? And she's like 84. Like, I mean, what are you going to do if something happens to her? That's what I want to know. What are they going to do if something happens to this beautiful lady? America's freaking mother. I mean, even Trump is out here talking about it. Where whatever ethnicity you are, if it's like, say you're German, you're going back to Germany. Even if you're born in the United States, Trump's going to send you back over there. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But you know what I mean? Like, seriously. Oh my, like these people. I still kind of think it's somebody young, but I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong. She looks great. And I hope she's okay. I really do. I hope that they find her like now. This family, I couldn't imagine. My mom was my everything. And if this was me, I would be out there searching. I don't even care if I was walking in damn circles. I would be like, I would ask the investigators, can I search the back of the property? Can I search around the property? That's not, if I'm not on the property, like, can I search? I don't know. I would be going to the gas stations myself, asking for the surveillance. I don't even know what I would be doing because I would just be so out of my mind. But this is another video that just talks about the new developments. And we'll listen to it here. And thank you guys for being here. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button for me. I really appreciate that.
New urgency in the search for Savannah Guthrie's frail elderly mother, Nancy. Investigators seen towing a car from her residence after an all-out search of her home throughout the day. The FBI combing the house, agents on the roof, examining security cameras.
I will say they were there for 45 minutes. So like between like when they were it's like on camera or something, the camera picked it up to when her pacemaker disconnected, it was like 45 minutes or something. So they could have taken her car. Maybe one of them took her car. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe they're thinking this is multiple people. And maybe one of them took her car to like the Circle K. And that person had been at the Circle K prior, like earlier in the day, in the white van. And they can match the guy up. Hey, he was in that white van. Hey, he was in her car. I don't know. Maybe something like that. That's the only other thing I could think of.
Agents going door to door in the neighborhood after a Tucson television station received a new message about Nancy Guthrie. The station said it contains something the senders seem to think will prove to investigators they're the same people who sent the first note, the one that mentioned Nancy Guthrie's Apple Watch and possible damage at her home, demanded Bitcoin, and included 2 deadlines. The first has come and gone. The second is in just 2 days. The FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department said investigators are actively inspecting the information provided in the message for its authenticity. The message arrived after Savannah's brother Cameron pleaded for direct communication with anyone who might be holding his mother.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
Investigators have said there is so far no proof Nancy Guthrie, who is 84 and relies on daily medication and a pacemaker, is alive, despite appeals from her children.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She's 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer.
As the investigation stretches into a week, the sheriff told us he is holding on to hope that Nancy Guthrie is still alive.
That is a devastated family who is doing all they can to just get their mom back. My message to you, if you're holding her, listen to the family. Let go of mom. No questions asked. Call us. Just get her home.
The sheriff told us that investigators have now finished talking to people who worked around the house here. Overnight, we heard from President Trump, who sounded optimistic, Gio. He said that we might hear something, maybe get some answers fairly soon, although, Gio, he did not get specific, and the president did not elaborate. Gio.
Oh, it is all so devastating, and our thoughts, of course, are with Savannah and the Guthrie family. Aaron, thank you so much. Joining us now is ABC News contributor and former FBI agent Brad Garrett. Brad, thank you so much for joining us here. So what do you make of the latest developments here? The FBI going door to door in the neighborhood and that latest message.
They should be doing.
So a couple things strike me, Gio, that we still don't know how the bad guys got into the house and out of the house. They've expanded the search around the house. They may be interested in the topography from her house to other directions. Did they walk basically into the house, had a car parked someplace else out of view, and take her to that car or van or whatever it might be? The other aspect about going back in the house, if the ransom note talks about specific things in the house, like things broken, things moved, cameras removed or smashed, whatever it might be. If that's the case, they're going to go back and double check they've got to see if it matches what the bad guys are telling them.
And Brad, with focusing on those reported ransom notes, one deadline passed Thursday, another deadline comes Monday. What does the past Thursday deadline tell investigators?
They should have got something.
Well, I think it tells you a couple of things. They're giving the family, I guess, an option of, we're going to extend this. What's fascinating, and again, I don't know if this is true, it's been reported that there is no way through the note that the law enforcement or the family can communicate with the bad guys.
Yeah, that's what they said.
They have a dollar amount set. I think they may supposedly talk about consequences if it's not paid. I wouldn't be surprised if there is not a proof of life.
They say millions of Bitcoin. They don't say, does anyone know if they ever said an amount? Did they ever say an amount yet? Because the only thing that I ever heard was millions of Bitcoin. That's what I thought, Shadow Band. Someone that I think it's somebody that I think it's a person that knows the cable guy or the landscaper, or you know what I mean, like, or the pool person, or is related to them. That's what I kind of think. But hell, family is usually but the odds are, it's usually someone close to her, so that could be. She has a lot of help,
and they're going to bet that they'll pay, and she'll either be released or not released. But it certainly leaves all the power with the bad guys.
Brad, how common or even uncommon is it to hear from the kidnappers once a ransom note is actually sent?
Well, I'll tell you, in the past, Gio, it's fairly common that you hear from the kidnappers because they may show you proof of life, and there may be a money exchange. They may want to drop. They may want money sent. In this case, I think it's Bitcoins, crypto. So they'd have to give an address for that. But I'm just suggesting that this is a whole different sort of way to basically do a kidnapping. And we're going to see on Monday how it plays out.
So, Brad, in the meantime, as we wait till Monday, what's the next step for investigators here?
So you have two things. You're going to have IP addresses.
So if you were, okay, so $1 million is $1 million or whatever. And then if you were to buy a Bitcoin, it has went down. It went down an extra 12 or 1,100 today, but it's $69,389.67. That's for one Bitcoin. Now they only mined. I was talking about this the other day. They only mined so many Bitcoin, and I had the number and everything. And then they only have so many more that they can mine, and then they're done. Like there's no more. They're not doing it anymore. They ain't doing it. So millions in Bitcoin, he would not get millions in Bitcoin. We were talking about how, a lot of the bigger shareholders that have a lot of Bitcoin, they're all investors, and they're all like business owners and stuff like of that nature, where they just don't touch. They don't touch their Bitcoin. You know what I mean? They don't mess with it. So I don't know how they're going to get their Bitcoin, but I wanted to let you guys know that.
Apparently, again, I don't know if this is accurate. There's maybe two different IP addresses, but they may have used the same techniques to cloak or camouflage or make it extremely difficult to figure out the locality.
So that makes me feel like it's the same person.
I think the Bitcoin addresses, you have to have the ability, obviously, to send this cryptocurrency is different in maybe each letter. So all of those things show to me some sophistication. It sounds like this group of people that committed this crime are.
He just said every letter was different.
Well organized.
Well organized.
No, If you are holding someone for ransom, it should be the same letter going out, same places. I want 1 million in Bitcoin, or I'm going to do this. Point blank, period. It should be straight to the point, and then get a hold of me here at this number or this whatever, right? But they don't even give a phone number or anything to even get a hold of them. That's not sophistication. That's a dumbass move. He forgot. The person that was sending out the letter, he's probably in trouble with the other guys right now, because they're probably like, dumbass, you forgot to put the phone number on there. I feel like this is the opposite of sophistication. And when we find out who did this really, and we get her back, I think that it's going to be like, for real. There's going to be so much evidence. I feel like it's going to be like, look at all these Google searches and look at all this stuff and that stuff. I really do. I really do. What'd I do there? Okay, go back. Let's see if Brian has said anything in the last few minutes, because he's been out there just chilling, Oh, and that's another thing. Brian. Do I have it pulled up? I don't think. Okay, well, I don't. But the other day I pulled it up, and they were. Do you guys remember the other day? I pulled up a map of the area, and it had the new staging area there. I had it up just a minute ago. I wonder if it's in my documents. No, that's not it. That's the property record. But they had it. They were moving. So what they were doing was they were letting the press be there, because they could tell the press, like, bye-bye, we don't want you here. But they just moved the staging area. They called it like the staging area or media area. And it was like down the street a little bit. Well, Brian then put out a video, and he was like, I don't know why they're moving us and all this and that. And I'm like, he's like, maybe it's because of the investigation. Well, yeah, they told you guys. It was on I know where it's at. It was on X, I think, under their, like Pima County. But it's just like, and then people were asking about the car. Like, was it in the garage? Was it not in the garage? You guys have been there for days. What do you mean? It was in the garage. We saw it. Okay, I got to go down. right here. Okay. So this is the picture I showed you guys the other day. This is their house. Right. Wait, where is it? I think that their house is maybe over on this side. But here is the media staging area. So they moved them pretty far. I don't know if that's still where they're at, but that's where they were moving them on their website. I don't know, Barbara. She didn't even get to go to like the Olympics and broadcast, and that's huge for an anchor to get, right? Like, yeah, they moved him down like half a block. Yeah, they didn't move him like it's not that far, which is fine. I would have been fine with that actually. I'd have felt more comfortable. Move me, please. So I did measure like where the car could have been. Like maybe that was like the front door or the front of the passenger side. I don't know. I was just measuring, and I measured in all the way to like, I don't know if you can see my cursor, to like here, and it was 38 feet. Because I was trying to see how far, because she can only walk so far, right? 38 feet. How many yards is that? So it's 12 yards. And I put on here, I asked AI on Google, how long would it take someone to walk 38 feet with a cane? I put with a cane or walker, but it just showed up with a cane. It said approximately 15 to 20 seconds. I don't have my cane anymore or my walker, or I would do the experiment myself. I could use my wheelchair, like getting that out, or we could pretend like we're getting something out of the car, and I could try to walk the 38 feet just to see how long it would take. I don't know. Because they said 2 minutes. Because like, I'm just wondering if he helped her into the house and then came back out and then the garage door closed, or she opened it and they were talking for a minute and then she walked in. Because to get in there is only going to take you 15, 20 seconds. What happened to the other minute and a half that the garage door was open? Right? Like that, a minute and a half is pretty long. If you think about it, like, I don't know. What if he was pulling away and that's when the suspects went in through the garage, like jumped over the little line so it doesn't mess up the garage door? That would be kind of hard to do, but then, okay, and then the other thing with the son-in-law, I don't think that he did this because they're like, yeah, the son-in-law was the last person to see her, alive and blah, blah, blah. Well, if that were the case, she would have been dead inside the house because when he dropped her off, like she was alive when he left. So are they saying that he went back over there in the middle of the night when Annie was sleeping? Or are they thinking that they both had something to do with this? Because I don't think that. I don't know. I don't get it. Let me go back up and read. You think they took the car to get the GPS? Well, if they did, they could have just got that in the garage. Did you hear that horn? What the hell was that? Right? Ashley, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think these notes are like serious. How do you take someone serious when there's like, that's exactly what it's like. Hey, I'd like the money by this day, but I ain't picky. If you could just get it to me by Monday, thanks. Yeah, that's how I think. I'm like, who does that? I've never, no, like ransom letters are usually like, I'm going to send you, like, I'm going to send a piece of her to prove that I have her and y'all better give me my damn money. Like, it's usually more like, in your face, not, hey, if you just give it to me, just get it to me whenever you can. You know what I mean? We'll hang out here. We got her. She's fine. She's eating Cheetos, sitting on the couch, watching Maury Povich. And her car is a clue. Maybe. Now I want to know what's in the car. But she has that white car too, so I wonder if they'll take that one. So they did take the wire devices from the roof after a tip from a neighbor, I guess. Yeah, the FBI converged on her house. Here's a picture of them on the roof. She has a beautiful home. It's like one single room, though. When you look at her floor plan, I don't know how to explain it. And then I have her deed of trust. Is that her will? I was reading through it, and it looks like it might be just her deed to her home. So I'm not sure. But I got the mods. Let's just say I got a lot of stuff I can show you guys. Well, I'll have to do another live. Is it showing this to you? Okay. Just make sure it's showing it to you. I guess that's all. But then there was a tow truck. I mean, and they took the flatbed too. They didn't even take the one where it rolls behind you. They want something in that car. They wouldn't take the car. I don't know why they took the car. Tina, you're probably right. I know. Just find her, right? Right? I know. Like, who takes an 84-year-old woman? It has to have to deal with Savannah, in my opinion. But then the kidnapper or whatever doesn't even call her. He calls her sister and her husband. I need a whiteboard. Actually, I don't, because I have a bunch of I have a whole list of things. So I have like a timeline that we're going to go over on one of our lives soon. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need this. I'm just exiting out some of the stuff I don't need. Like right here's our floor plan. The garage. Then maybe, I don't know. This is maybe over here is the living room. This is maybe the kitchen. I don't know. I usually am good at floor plans, but this doesn't even have doors. Like, you know what I mean? This doesn't have doors. And then the bedroom, I don't know. This doesn't even have doors, so I can't even tell you really. Let me see if there's another picture. No, there's not. But I do want to draw this better. Her house, like the inside of it. That's what I was thinking, Ashley. Like maybe she couldn't get a hold of her, like, you know, the actual like Savannah, because she's very high profile. But so is her sister. Her sister's pretty high profile. Right? Happy. What'd they do? Did they make her walk out there with her walker? Can you walk to the y'all should have saw me with my walker. I'd have been like, yeah, it's going to take me 15 years. And maybe that's why she went through the garage. Maybe it was easier with her walker than, you know. Thank you, Glenn. You're so nice. Yeah, like I don't get the why, the who, the what, when, where. I don't get any of it. I'm trying to. I am trying to. Let's see. I am going to come back on tonight. Let's go. I was going to go to eat at Brian's and see what he was up to. Okay, so, okay, I guess he did talk about something.
Hey guys, so I'm outside Nancy Guthrie's house. They have reopened the road today. You guys remember yesterday they like shut everything down, moved us all out. So the FBI and the sheriff's office is now gone. The road is open back up. We can get right back in front of the house again. There's no crime scene tape again. So it's kind of back to the way that it was. We obviously had our drone up yesterday, so we were able to see some of what they were doing. They took a camera off it was on the roof, it looked like. I think they took the floodlight out of the back. They towed Nancy's car. If you look back at my videos, I have video of that. And the latest today is the sheriff's office has said there are no planned press conferences today. There's no updates coming out unless something significant happens. So we're back outside the house. I'll keep you guys posted with what happens today. I got a couple little leads that I'm going to follow up on. And everybody's sort of back to where they were here after sort of a pretty eventful day. I'm thinking a lot about what President Trump said on Air Force One, saying that there could be a solution soon. So it seems like things are moving behind the scenes. We have another crew over at Annie's house. So I'll keep you guys posted.
Okay. I was trying to see something. Everybody's there. Wow. $505. I was looking up tickets. I was looking up tickets to Tucson. I was like, I wonder how much it would cost. That's from where I'm from to Tucson, straight there. One stop. But one of them is 7 hours, 14 minutes. It's $505. And then the other one is 6 hours and 41 minutes. Oh, but that's an evening. Oh, they're both evening ones. American Airlines. That's the only flight. Okay. And I want to be on there. I want to be out there like, hey, listen to me report. I'm cooler. I'm just kidding. Where was I? I was on Brian's page. I don't know where it went. Oh, there. I'm like, where are we? And then it says the Pima County Sheriff said no press conference today or interviews. And we knew that. He said he's not going to come out and do any interviews until any press conferences, I guess, until they have like something worth reporting, which I hope that's, sooner than later. And then this is just when they arrived and they were towing the vehicle. And then she's even trending. Oh, gosh. There's JLR. Well, he has been getting very good views on his videos on this case. So that's probably why he went out there. I would go out there too. If like, you know what I mean? Like if I was getting his kind of views, hell yeah, I would. Okay. We already know about that. The second message. I don't think they would know about her pacemaker. They didn't say anything about it. This is 1 minute. Oh, yeah, we already. They weren't removed. I don't think they were removed. They were just like broken or like they were like bent down, weren't they? I'm going back to her name. Okay. Go to media, maybe. I don't know. Oh, this is just going to be people talking about it. There's the Circle K. It's sad. Nancy Grace has been all over this too, like a dog with a bone. Let me see if she's going to be covering it tonight. Does LA? No, that's not it. Nope. She just did one 21 hours ago. Did anyone see this? The Koberger one? I don't remember her putting that out. Nancy Grace. I think she's putting like only some of her videos out. I've noticed that like some of them are just staying on her podcast. Yeah. Oh, also, before I forget, that's all I have, I think, for you for that. But let me, I do have for the Patreon members, I will be posting, there is a new Hulu docuseries coming out already about the Tepe murders. Already. Already. They were quick. But it's on Hulu. I canceled my Hulu a couple months ago because I wasn't using it anymore. But I think I'm going to start using it again because they had the Murdoch series on there too. And I don't know if any of you guys were watching that on the Patreon, but it was so good. And there's like 8 episodes. And I think I posted 3. So I can post the rest of the episodes as well because they were really good. I know, right, Ashley? So I want to see it. I'm curious. You know what I mean? I'm curious, George. But I can't post it over here because of the fact that it's YouTube and they'll copyright strike me, and that'd be bad. Yeah, already got one. I saw the thing today. I was like, are we kidding? Like, and there's going to be stuff in there that's wrong, and my head's going to blow off. We'll talk about it either way. You know what I mean? Like, I'll talk to you guys about it. We'll do lives about it, and we'll talk about what the video says. But I know it's so nice. That's why I want to go. And the Murdoch one was good. It had actors in it, obviously, but they looked just like them. And it was so well written, and it has like the best music. Like, it had the best music. It was like this country music, and it was like songs that you hadn't heard of or hadn't heard in forever. I don't know. It was really well written. So they were actually at the point where they had the boat crash. So. You're in the 70s this week, Ashley? I hate you. Man, I'm just kidding. I love you. I wish I was in the 70s. There's so much snow out there. It'll never melt. Oh my gosh, I didn't talk to you guys. So before I get up here, I'll tell you, I don't normally drive in snow. It's just not my thing. I just don't. I can. It's other people. They piss me off. Really. It's just other people don't know how to drive in snow. You do not have to go 20 miles per hour if, you don't have to. I mean, if you can, if the road is okay for you to drive faster. I'm not like one of those people. I'm not going to like drive fast on snow, but these people were going like 25, and I had to go up to Columbus for an appointment. I actually went to all my appointments last week. I'm so proud of myself because I had 5 of them, and I did not want to go. It was at 7:40 in the morning. I had to be there, and I love her. I love her, by the way. So I started driving home, and when I got there, it was snowing. It was like a sleet snow, and the car beside me, they put their windshield wipers up, and I was like, should I do that? Like, because usually when I go to this particular branch of Ohio State, I'm in there for hours, like on end. So I was like, I'm going to be in there forever. I should put them up. So I put them up, and I go in. I'm only in there for 30 minutes. She got me, or maybe 40 minutes. She got me in and out so fast. And she was talking, she's going to do like a fat graph on my face. But she's also talking about like taking some of this and doing one of those blasty, whatever they're called. I have to pay for that, of course. But like, and doing that under my eye, and like, I don't know, all this other stuff on this side to make it like, I don't know, more symmetrical for me. She was measuring stuff. I don't know. It was crazy. But when I went back out to my vehicle, and I really did like her so much. I really liked her. My vehicle was like covered in snow to the point where I had to get my little thing out. I have like it's Vincent's. It's like huge, and it has a brush on it. And I brushed the snow off, and I'm driving home, and all of a sudden it's just like everywhere. There's just like all this snow. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I was driving, and I was told Vincent, I was like, I'm about to have you meet me and just leave the car here. Or I drive the car back that drives itself, and you could drive this car back, because I was like so nervous. But I made it back, but it was so slow, and then there was accidents everywhere. So then I was like scared, sometimes I had to go really slow, like 20, 25, like 30. I think the fastest I went was like 45 in a 70, because you just couldn't go that fast. But other people were going extremely slow, and it was just I don't like it. 51 and sunny. It's sunny right now. I'm excited about that. I've got to go pick up some prescriptions, so I'm going to go before the sun goes down. But there's just snow everywhere. Snow. And then there's salt. So today I had to mop the floor like 3 times to get the salt off. I was like, shoes are outside the door, bud. Vincent forgot last night. He walked everywhere. What show, Mega Mama? Modern Family? Oh my God. Yeah, me too. I love it. I love it so much. I like listen. I've seen every episode of that show. I love that show. I would watch it again. Yeah, I had a 4-wheel drive for a long time. I had a Jeep. And so I think that's why I know how to maybe drive better. And plus my dad taught me how to drive. He's like, don't be a wuss, If you can handle it, you can handle it. And there was a spot where, you know, your tires could fit and like handle it. And I was just like, let's go. I'm ready to get home. I wanted to get home so bad. And then it took me, I think it usually takes me an hour and 6 minutes. It took me like 2.5 hours. Yeah, there was semis and everything off the road. A semi hit a car. I mean, I was just grateful. I was just grateful to get home. I'm kind of defensive, but I've gotten a lot better with Vincent. Before Vincent, I drove like a maniac. I really did. I drove like nobody else was on the road. And then he is like the opposite. He'll let people get over, you know, he'll stop the dang car and go ahead. You know, like he's just so nice when he drives. It makes me want to be nicer. A Popeye's 30 miles though. Where do you live, in the woods, Mega Mama? Do you live in a tiny home in the woods? I would. Yeah, I want an automatic starter for the car really bad. They're like $50. They're not that much. $60. You can get them on Amazon. They're not like as expensive as they used to be, but that's what I want. I want an automatic starter so I can just like go down the stairs and like if it's close enough, I can just start it, and then because it's an older car and it needs to be started. Me too. I'll yeah. Or if I'm speeding and someone rides my ass, I get so mad at that. That's the one that if I'm speeding already, because I'm gonna be the one that gets pulled over, and then you ride my butt, I'm gonna give you the treatment. We're going down to 25. We're going down slow. We're gonna go slow. That's why I used to call it the treatment. A Disney prince. I know. He really is, Lee. I don't know how I got so dang lucky. Let me think of it. I was going to think of a bad quality. The first and only thing that came to mind was he forgets to put his clothes in the hamper. Like, that's like nothing. That's like nothing. Yeah, brake check. Yep, I'll do that too. I'm like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me on the road. I'm just over here driving, singing my songs. Hey, Mary. We have everything here. Like, if you look outside, it doesn't look like we would. But then if you go out of like where we live, there's everything. Like when I go to Target, I literally could put a song on and the song will just be ending by the time I get over there. So that's how long it takes, 4 minutes. You won't come out with a scratch or dent. That's what I feel like. I feel like that, but then I feel like it would really hurt. Thanks, Lee. I think God was like, we put her through enough shit. That's what I told Vincent anyway. He says I'm making him have gray hair. I'm like, yeah, probably. He's getting all gray. I like it. That's what I think. I think I learned how to drive early in the snow auto, and that's why, like, I remember my dad like teaching me. They can track the heart monitor. Yeah. Like, so I was reading if something happens, like a malfunction with the heart monitor, or like, you know, she dies or something happens, it sends an alert to her doctor. It'll send an alert to her device, but it'll also send an alert to her doctor. So they haven't gotten any alerts as far as we know, but it did say it could take 24 to 48 hours or something like that to send the alert, which is crazy. But I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to go grab some food. I'm really hungry. And last night I was so exhausted. I had to take a night off. I was like, should I go live? So I'll be back on tonight probably. Yeah, I'll be back on tonight. So I'm going to do the Hulu thing. I'll put that on Patreon tomorrow. If you're not part of our Patreon, make sure you are. And it's all under Titanium Built. If you're not following me on TikTok, please follow me on TikTok. I post over there. I'll post videos that I don't post over here. So if you like want different kind of content, some of my more like sillier videos are over there. Like, you know, people reviewing people after person. I just make funny videos like that, just laughing. Also, I have an Unfiltered with Tanya channel on YouTube and over on TikTok. I'm trying to get followers on my TikTok over there so I can go live. And Twitter. What else do we have? Facebook and Instagram. We got it all. I just switched all my stuff over to my name. Oh, you found me on TikTok yesterday? Oh, great. I'll follow you back. I'll make sure. Yeah. What's your question? The guy in Georgia and Melanie Little is following it? If you want, Shiva, send me his name and my email. I like doing TikTok sometimes. It's just sometimes it's easier. And then I have one that's like kind of funny I need to post. I have a bunch that are actually in my drafts. Like that I'm like, should I post it? Should I not post it? Because like I want to do like more of like my funny stuff like that, like on my other page, my Unfiltered with Tanya, but I can't, I don't know. I need to do that, like put them over there and then put my true crime more on the other channel. So I guess there's a way to do it. Okay, Lee, yeah. Let me know. Look me up. So there's a way to do it, I guess. But I don't have Streamlabs, but I guess you could do it through StreamYard. I don't know. Okay, thanks, Shiva. I'll look. So I need to figure that out, Magamom, because I would like to be able to stream to both places. That would be nice. I remember when my boyfriend when I was younger taught me how to drive a stick shift. They don't even like really make those anymore, do they? Probably not. That's old stuff. Old stuff now. Crank windows are all gone and everything. I like crank windows. Thank you guys though for being here today. I really appreciate it so much. I'll be back on, like I said, later tonight, probably 8:15, 9:15. We'll talk about one of the cases that we've been covering. We'll either talk about the Nancy's case, if anything comes out for sure. The Tepe murders, we can always go back over, just like everything we kind of know and what we see. I was actually Friday, I was going to go over there and film some stuff. And when it started snowing, I was like, I can't, I got to go home. So I am going to be up near that, not really near that way, like 20 minutes away, maybe on Thursday. Cause I only have one appointment next week, which is amazing. And I might be able to go up there then. So if you guys want me to get any certain footage, let me know. But I'm just going to do the walk again from like where Michael walked so that I can show you guys exactly that it's to the house and not away from the house, because it's in my brain and it's bothering me that, someone put out that misinformation. So I'm going to show you guys again. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys all tonight on the live. Have a great day. Make sure if you are going to bed, this is evening for you, lock your doors, lock your windows. Just do it anyway. Actually, just do that anyway right now. Go ahead and do that now. Make sure you got your animals with you. You should see my dogs down here right now. They're sharing a bed. Oh, and my one dog has her paw like this over her head. She's looking cute. They're adorable. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind on that, whenever you leave, hit the like button. I guess they said something about they couldn't hype my video. So I'm going to try to figure that out and figure out how you can hype the video. But thank you again. Hit the like button. Make sure if you're coming in, you're just now joining, go back and rewatch. And I will see you guys all this evening. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop,